the people that you love, despite the backlash against those who oppose same-sex marriage?
Look, I think everyone's got a different view for whatever, and everyone has a right to sort of express their view as long as it's in respect to each other. I just like to show Christ-like behaviour and accept everyone accordingly.
We have to know that everyone is entitled to their own opinion, and we have to accept each other's opinion, whether it's right or wrong as we perceive it.
Probably on both sides, that people are a little bit, biased towards their opinions, and at the end of the day, it is an opinion of people. So I'm still going to believe in what the church has taught me.
I try to find the common ground between the debate. If there's no common ground, definitely I don't think the conversation should continue, because it could be very adverse. It could be counterproductive.
I think the common misconception is that I and my church and my belief and the Christian faith in general are rejecting homosexuals. And once that is clarified, people start to get the real idea. Nobody is rejecting homosexuals. We love and respect everybody. They are still created as humans in the image of God. But we don't accept that belief, we don't accept that thought, that way of life. Just as they don't pray liturgies like we do, just like they don't fast like we do. And, we're living in a multicultural society, so everybody needs to be able to accept everybody and love everybody and live with everybody. So, yes, my opinion is always frowned upon, and how could you say no to same-sex marriage? I'm not saying no to the person, I'm not rejecting the person. I'm saying that I don't want to believe in this thought, and I don't want it to be a right that is enforced on me.
I always try to avoid speaking or saying my opinion in front of them if I know it will hurt their feelings. So I always just keep it to myself. But when I go home, I always pray to God, make sure they're in my prayers, that God will help them and guide them to the right path.
I feel like those people are very stubborn and very passionate about their beliefs. So to be honest, I try and shut down the topic. I feel that if I continue to defend my beliefs or my religion, etc., it's only going to be like adding kerosene to a fire.
Surprisingly, I do have homosexual friends at uni. I wasn't exposed to this much at school, so this was one thing I was worried about as I left year 12. But then they turned out to be really nice, and when they asked me, am I voting yes or no, knowing where I stood, and I said no, they go to me, that's fine. And I told them, but I don't hate you as a person. I still love you and treat you as a human, but I just don't support it. And they were totally fine and really understanding about it, because nothing else would have made me love them less than I do at the moment.
In a professional context, you just deal with them professionally. What they believe in or what they do is not really my business. So I didn't see any, I didn't feel that it was awkward to deal with them, even after I found out. It was just, I respect them for who they are, and we treat each other professionally, and that was it.
Look, I respect them like anyone else. I'm not going to discriminate against them whatsoever. I will love them, treat them normally. But if we're going to talk about something like this and they're going to try and enforce their beliefs on me, then that's when I'll speak about it.
If you had a Coptic friend that confided in you that they were gay or homosexual, how would you handle it?
I think I'd be understanding towards them, try and understand why they took this path, even though they well and truly know that the church does not really support this. And I would just tell them that, look, I still love you as a person, as I mentioned before, and try and maybe lead them in the direction that we believe is right for them.
I've got a lot of very close homosexual friends from my church, very close friends. I knew people that served in the church homosexual, good friends of mine, and they're battling the same way. We're all, for example, some of the priests are celibate, and there's no difference between them and the priest. And there's no difference, for example, I'm not married, there's no difference between me and them, you know what I mean? So we're all on the same journey.
I have no problem. I'm not going to stop being friends with them because they're that. It doesn't affect me at all. It's not my business. I don't judge anyone. It's as simple as that. If they want advice, if they want support, they can have it.
Keep them in my prayers. Always tell them, talk to my confession father, seek his advice about it and see what his opinion, and I'll proceed further accordingly.
You have to treat them as sick people, like they have got sickness somehow. for some reason, I don't know what the circumstance, because I believe same-sex, like the gays or lesbians, they have got their own circumstances. I don't know what's the reason behind that.
Homosexuality is a weakness just like any other sin, so you should still love them, treat them the same.
The Bible teaches me to love my enemies, and these people aren't even my enemies. They're people that are just like me, they're created just like me. So I love them, I respect them. If they ask my opinion, I will tell them my opinion is against that. If they ask why, I'll say because, you know, in the beginning God created man and woman, male and female.
I actually do have a friend who is homosexual, and they are actually one of the most lovely people I've actually met in my life. They've got a really nice heart, but just because of what they love, I'm not going to judge them. I'll love them for who they are. Just because everyone else loves me for what I have and what I offer, I should do the same.
I've had homosexual friends in the past. I wouldn't say I was very close to them. However, I do know a lot of people who are they're for the yes side of the debate. I really think it's, like I said, it's a sociological issue because it's kind of I agree with your opinion so long as everyone has equality of speech and everyone has the right of say, but your opinion only matters if it's in line with my opinion, and if it's not in line with my opinion, then your opinion really doesn't matter. So they're borrowing principles of equality to negate equality, which doesn't really make sense.